everyone, Julia is here. I'm glad to see you on my channel Europe Through the Eyes of Russian, and the theme of today's video will be my first house in Ireland. Let's start. You know guys, I think for you it's very interesting theme to see what was my first impression of living. And by the way, when I'm looking photos on my computer, I understood that I have a little bit. And the main reason why is stressful house. And of course I try to find over photos on over site, for example Daft, which I already mentioned on my video about rent and sharing in Ireland. By the way, watch this video because it's more interesting and useful information for you. But what about this site Daft? Yes, unfortunately photos of my ex-house gone. Sorry guys. But I noticed how much price of housing increased again. If earlier I can say that an average cost of housing will 1,000, now 1,300. And if we'll speak about most expensive, how you think? 2,000? No, 2,500 plus equal deposit. It's real, no joke. Okay, I think I moved away from the topic, but at least on business. I try to keep you up on date with today's price. Well, let's start the cost and description, what included in it. Year 2017. Cost of our house was 750 plus equal deposit in the sum 1500s. Of course, without including bills. Photos of the house on the site which my spouse found was very erratic and no more than 2-3. At this time I got visa after 9 months of waiting. By the way, if you don't want waiting so long, look my video about nuances in documents inside, very useful information. Well, it was the beginning of the summer, my spouse started to look at the house, and proposals came down to 1, 2, and that's it. It was urgent to solve something, and it happened, and later we thought about it. We will speak about location. It was Portland city, basically the center, not bad place, had we think. And what was inside? 3 bedrooms. Okay, 2 bedrooms, because one was occupied, one woman rent a room, but not living in the house. Living room, kitchen, 1 bathroom, and it's so bad when it's so big house, only 1 bathroom. You need to find minimum 2, and the best choice is in shoud. And what about second floor, games room and loggia? Outside garden and huge parking area. That's it. Now let's take a closer look at the position from the inside, and this is what part 1 of this video will be dedicated to, besides the descriptions and price. Yeah. The house itself 250 square meters, and it's only first floor. Look my preparing photos and listen my comments. Well, here is my first house in Ireland. There are blinds on the windows, and this is more due to security, since it's fully visible from the outside, and what our neighbors from next door used. Also, large parking area, as I said. There are no photographs of the garden, but it's rather fortunate because there is a lot of rubbish. Go inside. Before us the main door to the house, and no, this is not fireplace. Rather, it's place where it could be. If we're talking about fireplace, when it's located in a room that a woman rents just the same, and we didn't have access to it. This is how the corridor looks. On the left wall there are laundry room, a bathroom and a living room with staircase to the second floor. Straight terrace, on the right wall 2 bedrooms. This is what our non-standard kitchen looked like. The sink is very uncomfortable in level, and it said that the tree is not varnished. Opposite the kitchen is a heavy table with no less heavy chairs. All items in the house made of leather, wood, and metal are the production of the owner of the house. On the third wall there were additional storage places and an entrance to the laundry room. This is one of the bedrooms, and it has a double room, a table, a bed, and a massive wardrobe. Well, here we are in the bathroom, and I want to repeat how bad is that there is only one toilet in a big house. The more, the better. The ideal option is a toilet in suite. Living room. Everything looks good, very good, but later you will find out what is hidden behind this beauty. Staircase to the second floor. Everything is stylish. You can see the door to the loggia. And here is the game room. Billiards, musical instruments behind the scene. If you look closely at the bottom of the walls, you will see a couple of holes and cracks. And our former bedroom. And by the way, the heater here and not in vain. He really saved from the cold that penetrated the house from all the cracks. A bed, two wardrobes behind the scene, a bedside table, and that's it. This concludes the review. Well, guys, this photo, by the way, after global general cleaning. It felt like for many years we were first who do it. There are a few of them because I say that house stressful for me, associated is bad, and when I again look at this, I can say that we survive it, survivors, because so many things not visible. I say about huge amount of the dirty dirt, insect corpses, sand, stones on this sofa, for example, in the living room. And once we sit down and saw all this beauty, we no more entering this room. Well, next, cracks and holes in below other walls, cobwebs, hand in color hand, and thanks God that I'm not afraid of spiders, but I cannot say this information about over insects. And when was heavy rain, roof was leaking. Yes, even for Ireland, this house was atypical, not typical, atypical. Interesting to visit and to look, but what about living? I say no, 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 it's bad idea. Why didn't we immediately run away? Answering is simple. Contract unfortunately ties hands, and I'll say deposit. There are a lot of reasons if you are a migrant. Well, if one of you drew attention on the preview splash screen for this video, there is an advertently poster to the movie Mom, Darren Aronofsky. I know that not everyone understood this movie, especially the depth of the meaning, but what's shown in the first part of this movie as for what's happening with me in reality in this house. In the total misunderstanding I say about what's happening around and who all these people, and of course over horror pictures to the splash screen not speak about otherworldly interference. They convey my psycho-emotional state. Now let's talk about source of the house. Well, high expense of the electricity, more than 20 euro per week, without maybe neighbors connected to us, we don't know. Heating, including water heating, most of all was used by landlord. Why? Understood in the next part of my video. That's why you need to subscribe to my channel and don't miss very interesting and useful information. Up to the point that we stop taking shower at the home and do it only in the gym. Yes, sometimes happen different situations, not all the time fabulous and glamorous life. Well, once upon a time, no. Our stove broke. Only in 2 weeks, landlord repaired by surviving, knowing that we constantly use it, eating 7, 8 times a day because we're sportsmen, and for us, bad choice, fast food. We not eat. In this house, changing our washing machine for more old and our clothes spoiled faster, and of course also because Irish water is hard and also filter in this washing machine was clogged. Well, next, the owner after his trips all unwashed for weeks, dishes lay down on the sink, of course after our cleaning, and left, and we cannot using the sink and go and washing our dishes in the bathroom. Yeah, and after this information, I'm not saying that I don't like Ireland. I like Ireland, I love Ireland. Just the conditions we encountered turn out to be wild for us. This house was surviving experience, fortunately ending for us. I like to give my advice, and advice for this video will be cannot leave things in accessibility. For example, if we'll speak about kitchens, sign your lockers. It gives you a chance that nobody will touch anything. And sometimes happen things which I don't understand. First, I don't understand when people not use a kitchen place and, for example, put the products food on the table. For what? Why? And the second story about washing hands. I don't know why, but most people do it like this. And that's it. What it was. And what about Mooney? I don't understand why people put the Mooney in the dishes for frying pan or between spoons and forks. Why they don't using envelopes? I don't understand. Writing in the comments if you understand for what they do it. I will probably finish the description. In the next part we will talk about landlord, homeowner. Watch this video, it will be from the series As It Should Not Be or How It Happened, and you find out why I'm so often mentioned about landlord and still suffer from a nervous compulsive disorder. Well, I said so much, but I've got a lot of stuff to talk about. Subscribe to my channel and push the button if you like my video. See you in the next thematic video. Dedicated to besides the description and price. Now let's not talk. Probably finish this description. The next part will